Back at the Rose Garden in Portland, the starting lineups. The Lakers starting Derek Fisher for the first time since the first 10 games of the year. Kobe Bryant also in the backcourt. Ruben Patterson making his second straight start. Shaquille O'Neal in the middle, and Dennis Rodman the power forward. For the Portland Trail Blazers, Damon Stoudamire. Jim Jackson gets the start at shooting guard. Stacey Augmon once again at small forward. Brian Grant back in action at power forward, and Arvydas Sabonis at center. Brian Grant has missed 2 of the last 4 games with a bone bruise near the left knee, and the Trailblazers desperately need him for his tremendous board strength against the Lakers. The officials tonight: Hugh Evans, Nolan Fine, and Scott Wall. The first of 4 meetings the rest of the way between these teams underway. Jim Jackson, who's starting in place of Isaiah Rider at shooting guard. Rider coming late for practice. He's been more of a discipline problem as of late, and Grant missed the layup, and Rodman gets the rebound, and he had an unmolested layup that he could not put down.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He should have just taken that up, dunked it with both hands. But remember now, he does have a problem with the bone right below the kneecap on the right leg.
Ruben Patterson trying to drive the lane, nearly lost the ball. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Kobe Bryant with his first foray of the game, and it goes. Off a screen is Jackson finding room to drive, and Jim Jackson getting the basket for the Trailblazers. At the other end, Shaq with a power move, brute force, as how Mike Dunleavy likes to describe Shaquille O'Neal.
Now at the Portland end of the floor, we saw the high screen and roll again, and then Jimmy Jackson ending with a 2-point layup. Now at the other end of the floor, the Lakers love to inbound the ball quickly and run what we call a sideline.
Sabonis missing the hook shot, and Rodman getting the rebound. The Lakers trailing 8-6 early here in the first quarter. Down low is Shaq. Rodman goes out to Ruben Patterson. Patterson guarded by Jackson. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by the Trailblazers. Shaq gets the roll, and O'Neal now has 7 points. The Lakers climb within 4 points. So the game within the game we'll watch inside when Shaq is defended by whomever on this Trailblazer team. Here is Grant, defended by Rodman. Grant doing a good job of using his body and getting his 3rd basket of the game.
See, he's wearing Rodman out. See, last week Rodman played Utah. Karl Malone was 12 for 12. The very next night at Sacramento, Weber was 9 for 10. So we're talking 21 out of 22 shot attempts by 2 power forwards. And right now, Mike Dunleavy is confident that Grant can take Rodman at will down inside.
Here's Rodman, and Rodman forced the pass to O'Neal, who wasn't ready for it. The ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Blazers, but Shaq was not ready for that pass from Dennis Rodman.
But you know what? That's Shaq's fault, because Rodman put it right on the money. He put it right in his hands. And any time that you have penetration, what you've got to do is you got to play with your arms up.
And Rodman misses the putback on Kobe's miss, and Shaq cleans up. You mean we can't blame Dennis Rodman for that?
No, not for that, because Rodman put it right on there. And we know, look, they can say everything else about Dennis, but he has a high IQ for basketball, and he's an excellent passer. He will always give it up and try to put the pass on the money.
If he would just play basketball and go in when he's needed. And that's something that he hasn't done on 3 occasions when he's refused to go back because of stiffness. Here's Rider working low, and Rider cannot convert. Rebound by Dennis Rodman. Rider, Grant, Wallace, Walt Williams, and Greg Anthony are the 5 in there for the Trailblazers. 28-8 on the year. Tied with Utah for the best record in the league. Here is Kobe Bryant with a tough shot over Williams, and the rebound by Wallace.
Now, that was just shot out of frustration. You know, that's the one that other players get a little nervous.
Walt Williams hitting the 3, and that's his strength. He is the best 3-point shooter on this team, and that opens up a monstrous 45-28 lead for the Trailblazers. The Blazers scoring leaders and the outstanding shooting. Stoudamire with 14, including 2 from 3-point range. There they are. And the Lakers, other than the 6 for 10 shooting by Shaquille O'Neal, who has 17 points, the rest of the team only 8 of 30. And a late report on Dennis Rodman is that he has a sore left elbow and will not play in the second half. And Hubie, everyone talks about how he could be the missing link in the puzzle for the Lakers. I think at this point you'd have to say that his signing has been a detriment to this team, because with all of the problems that he has brought upon this team, missing practice, going off on his own, all of the things. We don't have time to enumerate it. He really hasn't done the job they wanted, the offensive rebounding, as much as he has.
Just think out here. There are 9 power forwards in the West who have played in the Western All-Star game. Now think about that. So he has been dominating now in the last 10 days by Karl Malone, by Weber, by Baker at Seattle, and then by Grant here this evening. Now he is getting destroyed at his strong suit, defense. He cannot control these guys, and he's being out-rebounded. So, you know, he can pout and do all that he wants, but there are no suspensions. So who are you and I? Because they play him and start him the very next game. And every time that he says, hey, I'm not ready to go into the game, and I turn him down on 3 occasions, well, now something's got to be done from a management standpoint, because what happens, the rest of the guys are going, hey, you are our main guy. Come on, you got to give us some lift here.